most of the women in my community have kids by another nigga, and it's unfair to people like me who work hard, and now I gotta provide for another kid. Like, nah, I can't. Every time I meet a new woman, I get to know her. She got a kid. She got 2 baby daddies. She got 3 baby daddies. Ain't shit. Her mentality is all fucked up. Now I gotta work 10 times harder for something that somebody else got for free.
But that's what you attract, though. Women with children.
No, that's the majority of the women in my community.
And what you think majority of men have?
More, 4 or 5. Same
way these women have multiple baby fathers.
Future has 8 baby mamas. Who's the sexually irresponsible one? Future or the baby mama?
Both.
No, it's one.
I mean, no.
It's 8 women that know that. No, it's one dude.
Do you feel the same way with Nick?
Yes, I do feel the same way with Nick. It's one that's sexually irresponsible. You got 8 women that's sexually irresponsible. Who y'all? It ain't equal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure this was going to be the most touchiest of conversations that we can have as men. Ladies, you can participate. Hey, this is an open forum. I'm interested to hear what you guys got to say. But shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up crew for dropping this gem, dropping this podcast, and dropping this particular short that really does raise the question about sexual irresponsibility. Now, as my man was talking, he was 100% correct when he talked about, sometimes it can be hard to date within our own community. That's true. It can be definitely difficult, right? Now, as far as the whole being single mothers and stuff, they're single mothers in all communities. So I won't focus on it from that perspective, but, sometimes it can be hard to date. And honestly, when he was talking about the fact that, I'm dating a woman who may have 1 baby daddy, 2 baby daddies or whatever, and these guys had the goods for free. Now I'm in a position where if I want it, now I got to pay for it. And it may not be so much from a financial aspect, but more so from the aspect of I have to try to undo what these guys did to you. As in the mindset that they've created in you. Oh, guys ain't shit, men ain't shit. More specifically, black men ain't shit. Now I have to be in a position to try to change your mind about it. That's kind of where I felt his energy was coming from, and that could be a tough road ahead if that is a road you choose to commit, which is why I believe wholeheartedly there are a lot more guys in the game right now that are choosing to forego dealing with single mothers. Now, there may be a situationship that they may have. It may be purely based on, the sexual relation that they have, and the man and the woman is consensually doing that, and that may be the extent of the relationship. But for the most part, seeing to it as going the distance and, looking to marry and trying to create a blended family, it's becoming extremely difficult for guys to make that decision and commit to that decision. And I can see where it's coming from, right? Again, even abroad, like I said, I'm always make sure that I can find a way to connect, but also be truthful. It goes both ways. Even abroad, you're going to have single mothers over there as well. You do have, and I made a video about this, there are some guys in this game, no matter how much shit they talk, they're over here bailing out single mothers abroad. I see it a lot in the Philippines. You see a lot of brothers dating women who already have kids, and I called them out on it. I'm like, look, man, you can't really shit on, coming from the, from the West and shit on single mothers over there if you're not going to have that same energy for women over here. Basically saying, look, man, you can't really sit there and have it one way and then switch it up on the other. I mean, if you feel that way about single mothers, you feel that way about single mothers. It doesn't necessarily matter the attitude or the energy. If you're going to date a single mom or choose not to date a single mom, it should be able to go both ways, however you choose to go. But anyways, that was the conversation that we had a minute ago. But let's focus on the sexual irresponsibility as it pertains to the example given in this particular video, using none other than Future, right? And his baby mamas. And also Nick Cannon was mentioned in this video as well. Now, I understand no matter how you slice it, no matter how you see it, guys are probably going to rock with guys and women are going to rock with women, right? I'm going to try to take an understanding perspective from both sides. Although I do rock with my guys, and although I do say, when it comes to sexual irresponsibility and dealing with a man that has fucking 8 kids, chances are he probably ain't gonna be shit if you're his 9th baby mama. If he wasn't shit, or he wasn't provided for, or being a father to the first 8 kids, what makes you think he gonna change for you, right? And sometimes these ladies just want to engage with activities with these guys who have high salaries, or, quote unquote, the high value men of sorts, trying to basically tap into his resources, and you think that's really going to help you change your life and all of that stuff, but yet and still you're out there catering to and or being a mother to a child that doesn't necessarily have a father that's looking to be into his life. So if you look at it from the perspective, like he said, that's one guy to like 8 women. When it came to Future, these women are openly knowing that this man probably ain't gonna be shit as a father, right? Like I said, if you won't dealing with his other kids, what makes you think you're gonna be the difference? What makes you think you're gonna be the exception, right? But in fairness, I would say probably baby mama number 1 and baby mama number 2 may be able to get away with that, right? May be able to get away with that excuse. Like the first one, maybe, like I said, she thought he could, maybe not. Didn't work out. Second one, maybe he changed his ways, maybe not. Even Sierra, I assume when he was dating Sierra, there was a whole thing about how he changed his ways just a little bit. But then, he goes back to being the same person that he is, right? And then we talk about Nick Cannon, right? Oh, Nick Cannon. See, here's the truth about it all when I look at it. And gentlemen, like I said, I ride or die for mine, but I gotta call a spade a spade. These some dirty motherfuckers, bruh. Real talk. These some dirty dudes, man. I respect them. I love them. Got nothing but love. But you gotta be a dirty dude. And I want you to think of it from this perspective. Future got 8 kids that we know of, I think. And I think Nick Cannon is somewhere around that range too. Maybe about 8. But all we're seeing is the end result. Not necessarily the practice rounds. As in, although Nick Cannon has X amount of offsprings, that doesn't mean that he wasn't trying to have more. Although Future has X amount of offsprings, that doesn't mean that he wasn't in the gym practicing trying to have more. Basically, his sperm only took 8 times out of the X amount of numbers he actually tried to get a woman pregnant. So we're sitting here under the understanding that, that's some G shit. You getting all the girls and stuff. It may sound good in reality. It may sound good in your mind, but if you think about it, bro, you are raw dogging X amount of women in the hopes, maybe not necessarily looking to get them pregnant, but just the fact that you just didn't want to use a condom that day. I don't know. That is risky as hell in this era. That is risky as hell in any era. And I can't sit there and condone that type of behavior. That's not the type of traveler that I am. That's not the type of brother that I am. And even if I am going to engage in sexual promiscuity, or not promiscuity, but sexual, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get off my head. The sexual act, or the act of getting it in. Sexual act, whatever. Even if I'm going to engage in that, I'm going to protect myself, guys. It is what it is. I'm married now, so I don't have to. But the point is, if I'm going to protect myself. You feel me? Because I don't know them like that. I don't know who they partners are. I don't know who they getting it in with before they're getting it in with me. And chances are, if you're at a high value level or a high status level, chances are you're dealing with IG models and, women that are probably already in the industry, and she's probably been passed around from this dude to this dude to this dude or whatever. So chances are she's been active, super active, prior to getting to you, right? So I can't sit there and condone the behavior. As a man, I don't think there's any man that can condone a brother out here trying to shoot the club up like that, right? Shoot up every club humanly possible like that. There's very few guys out here that can actually justify that. I don't think there's any justification behind it, and there's very few people that'll rock with it. But the simple fact is, that's the only wave that I can't vibe with these guys on. And you got to call a spade on that one. But when it comes to sexual irresponsibility from that aspect, not protecting yourself against potential diseases and stuff, and you over here practicing shooting up, and granted your seeds or your sperm only took to like 8 women or however many kids you have, that's different. But it doesn't mean that you won't have to try. And it doesn't mean that you're still not actively out there trying. I don't know if I want to leave a legacy shit. I don't know if that's what it is, but from that perspective, the guy is sexually irresponsible. But ladies, let's not let you off the hook, because you know for a fact, baby, that if you sleeping with this man, 99.9% of the time, you just in it to see what you can get so that you can tap into that man's resources and get child support. That's it. And it kind of really does conflate and fuck up this whole thing in our community about single mothers, right? Because what ends up happening, going back to what my man said, the guys that are actually good, the ones that are actually trying to be good providers and shit, you know, if you want to deal with a single mother, you got the kid out there probably saying, "Oh, you ain't my daddy." That's a problem. The mother's always going to put that kid first. You know, I'm not sure how that's going to relate in the relationship. That could not that cannot help you more than it'll likely hurt you. But also, it's like, with all that being said, you can see why I would say a lot of guys are foregoing long-term relationships with single mothers, right? Unless the father's in jail or completely out of the picture, and there's no way that he's going to come back into this lady's life. You know, heaven forbid, you know, nothing happened to him and he passed away. But unless there is no way that the father's coming back into that child's life, chances are men are not going to want to be a father figure to a lot of these kids, because you know, there's a lot that comes with it. There's a lot of commitment that comes with it. And sometimes, what is it? The juice ain't worth the squeeze or something like that. It's kind of the energy that you get with that one. But ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. I wanted to hear what you guys got to say. Comment section below. Let me know, man. If you want to drop a heart on this video, a couple thanks to the Good Dice Books, drop a couple dollars with the thank you button on the Good Dice Books. I'd highly appreciate that. That's somewhere down here at the bottom. Cash App, PayPal if you want to drop and support the movement. I appreciate it. But again, the only thing that's mandatory over here is a like. Definitely a share if y'all want to go ahead and put the content out there. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time for the Good Doc to go and get the getting, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc's on to the next one. Peace.